Welcome to the Waffle Flower channel. Hi everyone, Katie Gehring here. On today's Throwback Thursday, I'm going to show you how I made this autumny Give Thanks card using some unexpected colors and supplies, including the Cutaway Alpha Stamp Set, the Flutter Stamp Set, and inks in My Pleasure, Happy Go Lucky, Oh Happy Day, and Peace of Mind. To get started, I'm going to pull out the Flutter Stamp Set and I'm going to stamp some of these awesome solid heart images onto a panel of white cardstock. First up, I'm going to stamp this polka dotted heart using Happy Go Lucky ink, which is kind of a pinky purple color. Next, I'm going to pull out the other large solid heart that is included in the stamp set. Now, this heart has a really fun striped pattern on one side, so I wanted to do a fun inking technique with this. And so I started by stamping Oh Happy Day ink, which is kind of a yellowy orange. And then I'm going to follow up using My Pleasure ink, which is more of a red on the solid half of the stamp. And when I added that red ink to the stamp that I already inked up with Oh Happy Day, the inks kind of melded together and made this really cool orange color. So it's a fun way by layering your inks, as long as you're starting with the lighter and going with darker, to get some extra mileage out of your supplies. The other thing that I love about this stamp set is that nice border between the striped part of the heart and the solid part of the heart. Means that you can just do kind of some careful inking, but no fancy gymnastics to get two colors of ink onto that stamp. So I'm going to finish up stamping the hearts by stamping one last little heart in the Happy Go Lucky ink, and next I'm going to add the sentiment using the Cutaway Alpha Stamp Set. So I've decided that I want my sentiment to say give thanks, and the nice thing about using this sentiment in particular is there are no repeating letters. So what that means is I can position all of the letters that I'm going to need to spell out this sentiment onto the card at once. I don't have to leave space for duplicate letters that are used someplace else in the sentiment, and I'm going to be able to get everything on there, get it positioned the way that I want it, fuss around with it until I'm happy, and then stamp it up. So I've added the sentiment here. And for the ink, I'm going to use a navy ink from Ranger, and I'm just going to add ink to the sentiment. Then I'm going to close the stamp positioner, put a little bit of pressure on it, and voila, there it is, stamped all at once. So I know what you're thinking. It's still not looking very autumny, and you've got hearts on your card. So I'm going to fix that here in a moment by using that Cutaway Alpha Stamp Set. I'm going to use one of the quotation marks or apostrophes or commas or whatever you need to use it for. Here I'm going to use it for a stem. So these change my little hearts here into leaves. So I use the letter I to make the leaf stem for the large purple heart. I'm going to ink that up here and stamp that onto the heart. And voila, we have a leaf. Now for my bottom heart, I've got a little bit of a challenge here because the word thanks kind of goes into the heart, and I don't want to create a big line through the middle of my sentiment. So I'm going to use that little apostrophe again and kind of break it up so that I don't interfere with my sentiment here. So, and there we go. Now, my final step is I'm going to pull out the Flutter Stamp Set, and I'm going to just add some fun polka dots or dots or circles or whatever you want to call it to the card. Again, I'm not being super duper precise here, but I'm just trying to balance things out in terms of making sure all the colors are represented, but I'm not detracting from the sentiment, which I want to be the focal point on the card. So, I don't know about you guys, but fall is hands down my favorite time of the year. But I have to say that sometimes I get really tired of all the dark, drab colors, and I'm ready for something fun and fresh. And so I decided to take some of these Waffle Flower inks that are in tones that you may not associate with the autumn season, and used together, it's really kind of an interesting interpretation on how fall colors be. So my last step is to figure out what color note card I want to use. I'm not loving the craft. That dark orange I do like because it's got kind of the shades of the red as well as an orange. It reminds me of the ink that was created using Oh Happy Day and My Pleasure. So that's what I go with. I've die cut my panel with the Lacy Layers 2 largest die. Add some adhesive to the back of the stamped panel and then I adhere it to the card. Now, for a brief moment, I consider maybe adding some sequins to the card, but ultimately decide against it. I'm going to give it a thumbs up and call it done. For more product information, visit waffleflower.com and follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook for more creative ideas. Thanks so much for watching today. Have a wonderful day.